Hey guys, if you've ever felt like your animation is missing something or doesn't look expressive enough, this video is for you. With 5 practical tips, you'll instantly add more dynamics and character to your shots. Let's go. So, the first tip is about fast object movement. If you just draw regular in between frames, the animation will look choppy and boring. To add dynamics, animators use a technique called smear, frames with strong stretching, or speed lines. Let's take, for example, the movement of a hand. Here's how it looks with a regular in between, pretty calm. The animation consists of 6 frames in which the hand is simply rotating. And now let's add smear frames, and you can immediately see how the motion becomes faster and more expressive. Another option is to add speed lines to emphasize the direction. You can go further and make the edge of the object jagged to enhance the effect. You can also add speed lines here. The difference is obvious, right? So don't be afraid to experiment with this technique. It will bring any fast scene to life. The second tip, secondary movements. Very often, beginners focus only on the main action, and as a result, the scene looks flat and empty. But in real life, everything moves a little more complexly. For example, if a character is walking or running, you can add slight swaying of clothes, a scarf, or hair. Let's look at an example. Here's an animation of a monkey. It looks okay, but boring and mechanical. You can add animation to the ears and forelock, enhance the animation of the tail, add emotions to the face, and make a small background animation. But remember, too much can also hurt. If the background is too active, the viewer's attention will shift away from the main action. The third tip is screen shake. This technique is especially useful when you want to convey power or energy in an action. For example, during an explosion, a sharp hit, or in mid-flight. A slight frame vibration creates the feeling that the viewer is involved in what's happening. Let's see an example. Here's a normal explosion animation. Looks okay, but a bit static. Now, add a small camera shake at the moment of explosion, and the shot instantly feels more powerful and dramatic. Also, screen shake can be used to express a character's aggression, for instance, during a furious scream, a sudden move, or even a slam on the table. The fourth tip, use motion arcs. In real life, almost everything moves along an arc, whether it's a head turn, a hand swing, or walking. When you animate motion in a straight line, it often looks stiff and unnatural. Let's look at a simple example. A ball bounce in a straight line looks mechanical. And now let's repeat the same thing, but along a smooth arc. The motion immediately looks livelier and more pleasant to the eye. The same is very clear in animating a walk or a hand swing. A smooth arc adds dynamics and naturalness. Always try to keep this principle in mind so that your animation breathes. The fifth tip, anticipation and follow-through. This is one of the key principles of animation that helps make movements more expressive and believable. Anticipation is the preparation for an action. Before a jump, the character crouches. Before swinging his arm, he slightly pulls it back. This creates expectation in the viewer and makes the action more readable. Follow-through is the completion of an action when movement doesn't stop instantly. For example, a character suddenly stops, but his hair or clothes continue moving by inertia. Let's look at an example. Take the hand from the beginning of the animation. If we don't make the movement looped, the beginning and end of the animation looks unnatural. First, we add a slight backward swing. This is anticipation. And then, after the motion ends, the fingers and wrist continue to move slightly by inertia. Even such a small addition makes the animation feel more alive. Guys, I've just started a Patreon where I'll be sharing useful materials and resources. For my very first post, I've prepared all the materials from this video. You can download them for free. All you need to do is subscribe. The link is in the description. And for channel supporters, I've also made the original Toon Squid animation files available. If you liked these tips, I'd be happy to make a part 2. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hit like to support me. See you in the next videos.